What had happened was
I thought that was so cute. Hey.
So I just want to let y'all know. Right now I am talking to someone.
Okay, you know
we
what?
are live.
We're live. We're live.
Oh damn!
Oh, thank you, Saints. It's like me and like me and Jen at the same time. Like
I thought we were still backstage, y'all.
Jesus Christ. I mean, when me and Dina being sick, we were just like, stop.
Stop. I felt like what's his name? I forget the boy's name. Stop, collaborate, and
And
listen.
listen, I'm like, oh Jesus, we I thought the same thing immediately. That's so much. I don't even.
Like whenever somebody says stop, I don't know if it's hammer time or if I should collaborate and listen. I don't know.
And the collaborate list made me question why am I even singing ice? Ice. Okay, I'm sorry.
Because I was so about to say so boom and go right into it.
Yeah, look, save that information, and we'll revisit that offline.
Yes, please.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all.
Whew, thank goodness. Hashtag on everything. What's going on, Natasha Edwards? We are back for Put a Ring on It. This has been, I really don't know what this whole situation has been entertaining as
Crazy day.
Yeah, double header Saturdays. That's what I'm about to start calling this. Double header Saturdays.
200 people.
Like the basketball games.
Yeah, double header Saturday. Come on. Is that water?
Yes.
Water.
Oh, okay. I thought it was some kind of
ID. I was gonna say, Abby, would you give a recap of this? But I'm scared a little bit because this whole.
You scared for me to give a recap?
You get the mic.
Oh, I mean, I can.
I bet we're gonna have the same recap.
Probably so.
Probably.
Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that and share and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Because
tell their mama and them.
We is all your mama and cousins and them. It's 11 people in the chat and we got 5 likes. We missing some likes.
Get the likes up, please. As you know, 14 people, the numbers going up. As y'all come into the live, please hit that like button and subscribe. I really
only takes a second.
That's it. I mean, you know, it's not a big deal. It's for free. I ain't for cash everything. Hit the like button. All right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and let Miss Abby go ahead and get the recap of Put a Ring on It and all these things.
Okay. So, welcome back to the dumpster fire that is Put a Ring on It. So, here's what happened this week. Blah, blah, blah. Dr. Nicole is really trying her best with these niggas. Blah, blah, blah. All of these motherfuckers is toxic. Both the men and the women. Blah, blah, blah. Shorty just really embarrassed that man. Oh my God. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. I think Shay is on her last leg and she holding out for hope, but I don't think this is gonna work out and she gonna end up sad and by herself. Blah, 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 blah. Otis is not the only toxic one in this relationship. Oh, girl is crazy. You can see it in her eyes when she was talking to that nigga at the end of the episode. Blah, blah, blah. Girlfriend got mad because she found out Otis was DMing that girl, the little DJ girl behind the scenes. And she was like, she put her finger this close to that nigga's face and said, give me the goddamn keys because I'm out of here. The end.
And she called him a liar.
And then
she called him a liar. She called him a liar and a monster.
The way he responded to her, she was like, "You responded to me like what? Like what you gonna?" I was like, "What is she gonna do? Is she gonna yank him up in the chair?" I just the way she was looking at it like
he tall too.
You put her finger this close to that nigga's face. Like I felt like she was 30 seconds from popping the shit out that.
This would have quickly went from put a ring on it to snapped.
She said, "Oh, so you want to hit people with garbage can lids?" I said, "Oh, it's about to go down."
Okay. Let's talk about who's the girl that her dress was going all up, and the more she walked away with the anger, I was like, if somebody don't go back there and pull that down. I said, what's her name? But the girl switched for the fight the girl in the restaurant.
Shay. Oh yeah, I forgot. Blah blah blah. Shay and Alfonso's date ended up staying and eating dinner and having drinks and laughing and being cute with each other.
Right. I mean, like, shoot, don't be wasting no food. That's a party, fam. We don't waste liquor or food.
I probably would say, can I get can you redo this again? We were sitting here with Nancy. I'll do the same exact thing. Just redo it.
Yeah, because this is cold now.
That whole situation to me was just trash. She took it so far. When don't get put that plate up or whatever she had in her hand, was it a plate
game?
I thought it was a trash can. Tommy was so doggone big. I said, if she hit you with that, baby, it is a wrestler. Did you ever tell her I can fight?
But I wasn't gonna let that broad roll up on me either.
No,
No, I feel the situation. But anytime you gotta be like, you better tell her I can fight. You really can't fight.
That's what I just say. Whenever you say you tell her that I can fight. Why do you have to say anything? If I can drag you, I'm just gonna drag you. I do it.
Because back in the day, this is what you didn't do. You didn't brag on how you was gonna beat somebody. Because in the event, never happened to me, but in the event somebody had better hands, then not only are you living down getting your ass beat, but then you got to live down all the shit you talked before you got your ass beat. So I'd rather just live down the fact that I got my ass beat. You know what I'm saying? So I was never the one that's going to talk a whole lot of trash. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you.
Listen, I'm going to argue with you for so long, but once I get quiet, you should move away from me. You should ask that. Don't let me start. Don't let it be tears coming down my face while I'm angry. Oh, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
And
I'm seeing black.
That's
after
it.
that.
Ain't no more conversations to be had. At this point, it's on site, and then you just got to get the bop 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 mink mink upside your head.
I gotta get through it. Now, don't touch me. Don't say please calm down. Don't say calm down. That's gonna make everything go to fire 10,000%. I'm going to lose.
I'm gonna be like this, Your Honor. I saw black.
Now I'm gonna say he told me to calm down. I took,
and I don't know what happened after that.
Look, it was just a hot mess, and she was just, and then he didn't think about it. I felt like, was that your plan the whole entire time? Is to end up leaving with him anyway. The whole date.
That's what she wanted.
15 minutes.
She made the big old deal because that's what she wanted. Because you see later on when she talks to Dr. Nicole, first of all, she didn't understand the assignment, because the assignment is to act like your partner's not there, but observe their interactions so you can know how they interact when you're not around. The fact you wanted to intervene in the process is showing your insecurity because of whatever he's done. Then we got the story about how they was going to get married and he got another chick calling the phone, and then y'all went through a ceremony but didn't sign the paperwork. Then y'all had the big engagement party. So here's the thing, you wasn't with it after there's no relationship with his mom in the big engagement party, but you was with it in Vegas or wherever y'all was at getting married. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't worried about his mama when y'all went through the actual ceremony, but never filled out all the paperwork. Like, you're not making sense. Make it make sense, sis. Make it make sense.
It don't make sense because they don't make sense, and she should run in the opposite direction. He don't want to be married for real, and he just would. I don't know why you would continue to allow him to do the fuck shit like it's all right. So he gonna continue to do the fuck shit because he know you ain't going nowhere, girl. Get your
and there are so many men that are involved in his industry or his status or whatever you want to say that will marry the good girl, right, and keep her at home and then run the streets and do whatever, and they know she not going nowhere because of whatever it is that they provide, whether it's financial security, personal security, whatever it is that they're giving them that they've been searching for all their life, whatever. They know they're not going nowhere and they can still run the streets and do what they want to do.
Oops. Sorry, my phone is doing something weird. Okay, my bad.
That's all I'm saying. I don't think none of these couples need to be together, to be honest, because just like Kenneth and Shorty, when Kenneth was on his date and after the date left, they started really after Shorty and her date left, they really started talking. And then he was all like, and she was telling him, well, you need a girl that's going to be able to kick it with you, have fun with you, laugh, blah, 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 blah. And that can be your wife too. You don't necessarily have to have a wife at home that prohibits you from being who you really are.
Well, the thing of it is, though, honestly, with this whole situation, with the two of them, I just feel like what everyone was saying about how just dysfunctional this situation. I just don't. To me, this show, and I get it, it's entertaining, but to me, there's sometimes like the way she was talking about, what's his name, the boy from Louisiana. Now you dragging
Shorty.
You dragging him and everything. And I understand you say you fell in love with him, but it's like, girl, it's like you had to know.
Clearly, you no longer have any respect for that man because you said on Oprah's TV network that this man only likes women who are out of his league.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, like, why don't you would have been better say, oh, he ain't shit. Because that's exactly, daughter, why would you? Okay, now we know that Kenneth is a
Go ahead, Darian Jr.
Oh, no, I'm Darian Jr.
Wow. That threw me. Okay, amen. Listen, we not to defend this man, but when I say even I was taken aback by why'd you with him then? If he out of your league, why are you there, beloved? Ain't that much love in the world if you feel that way. And clearly you don't, because if you love somebody, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna embarrass them like that in front of a bunch of people, especially in front of a bunch of men. You're not gonna do that. Now I understand that he a stalker, he stole your banking information or all of those things. Clearly, you ain't really got an issue with it because you still there.
Right.
And you still playing the game with this boy. So either what you gonna do, daughter? Should have get off the pot. Leave if he not what you want, if he out of your league, leave him alone.
Because love don't pay no bills. I tell people all the time, I can't go get some last night and go to KG&E in the morning and be like, girl, he turned me out last night. And they're going to be like, well, did you get some money so you could pay us? Love don't pay no bills. And you talking about this man's finances and basically how, you handling everything. And he's stealing information about your finances, you know what I'm saying? And then when he was on the date with a girl talking about, oh, he's a workaholic, nigga, where is it that you clock in?
You talking about
who said he a workaholic? He said that or she said that?
No, Kenneth told the girl Centrell, I think that's her name, that he was on the date with, that he ain't been out as much as he wants to because he's a workaholic. And I was like,
where your job at, sir? Where your job at?
Where? Just like they was
even if you was like a social media person, like do you have a channel? You hustling? You putting out videos every day? Are you monetized? Are you trying to get to be monetized? We need to see what the hustle is. Do you have a plan in life, or is your plan just to be financed by this woman that you currently with? What are you talking about, sir? That's what we trying to get to.
And if somebody is financing your life,
even with all of Kenneth's shortcomings, and he not meeting the needs that if she felt that way about him, then when they have their one time with Dr. Nicole, that's where she should have addressed it. I don't think it was appropriate for her to say that in front of everybody.
You are correct.
And it felt like, because I feel like Shorty has a toxic trait to her too, because it wasn't so much the issue with Kenneth and the double date in the same place. It was her. You know,
yes.
It was her talking, being loud and looking crazy at the little girl and all of and doing all of these things. Kenneth was trying his best to make himself small and be quiet and sit in the corner because he know that the monster is over his shoulder looking at him. So, it's like nobody is a good person in any of these situations.
Then
the guy make a point of saying, if implicating that your woman doing so much for you, then make her feel some little crap they said. And I was just like, so if just because she's doing everything financially, how is he supposed to act? Because he probably feels less than a man, especially after that conversation that she had in front of everybody. Even if the couple was shunning,
But that's when you get up off your ass and you go do something. Like, here's the thing: if you are in a relationship with someone and somebody is always going to make more money and somebody's always going to make less money, but if you ain't making no money, you got to get up and go do something. Because I like having my own money. Me personally, I could never be with a man that makes 3, 4, 5, 10 times how much money I make, and he think I'm finna sit at home and cook and clean and be barefoot and pregnant and whatever, depending on him. No, I need my own money, because when the next big booty thing walk by and you want to trade me in for a new model, I need to have my own thing going on. So that's where Kenneth needs to step up, because if allegedly, if she's taking care of him, she might find a newer model down the road. So you need to be prepared for that.
My thing is he at the house doing the cooking and the cleaning and the managing of the home, and she's the breadwinner? Is that the conversation that y'all had with each other? That shorty, you are more financially stable, I got the house stuff, and you out here, you the breadwinner? Because if that's what y'all have agreed upon in your relationship, then that's what it is, and so be it. I don't have, if that is the agreement that you as a couple have come to, like, you're gonna be at the house, like, if we have any, I'll have the baby, but the taking care of the kids and all of that day-to-day stuff, you the house husband, you the house daddy, you do all of that and cover that, and I'm gonna be out here at my job making all the money to cover all the bills. It's still a equitable partnership. It's still an equitable partnership.
Yeah, because a stay-at-home mom or dad.
Right. Even if the man is not bringing in the financial portion, he is, what he brings to the table is equal to the money that she's bringing onto the table. Just
Right,
like, because with the roles at birth, it's the exact same thing.
Statistics,
so, but if that's the agreement that they came to, now you can't be the breadwinner and then now you shitting endlessly on this man, because that's the agreement that you came to. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's where I feel like the missing piece with Shorty and Kenneth is, what is the agreement that you two had as a couple? Was he supposed to be getting his influencer cooking thing, whatever his website stuff is, off of the ground, while you cover the lion's portions of the bills and whatever, until his stuff takes off, and like he takes care of the house and stuff, and he's the house husband and all of that stuff? Or is it you just decided that wasn't the agreement, and then that's just the roles that y'all fell into because that's what was happening in the house at the time? Because me, as a wife, as the wife that is found whenever the man finds me, I'm gonna tell y'all what my mama taught me. My mama said, never put yourself in a situation where you can't financially cover everything that's happening in that household. She said, me as a person, like, and when in my marriage, when I was a single mom, all of those things, there was nothing going on in that household that I couldn't cover all by myself if I have to, if there was a man there or not. Because a man, because a nigga will get up one morning and decide this ain't what I want and I'm out. And then if he's covering everything and you don't have any financial input, you stuck like Chuck, and now you got to figure it out.
Right. Let me say this right quick, because I Googled it because I knew it was a lot. So according to this, how much is a stay-at-home mom worth in 2021? They say about $17,472.55 a year. I think it's a little bit more than that when you consider
it's more than that, because daycare is more than that. Even if you
daycare,
have one baby,
chauffeur, cook, maid. If you took all the salaries of those people, you really probably looking at least $100,000 that person is contributing to the home, because if they were to go out and do those services for someone else and get paid, that is the paycheck they were bringing back. So if that is your agreement, that is great. But if you are sitting at home doing absolutely nothing and you are not contributing, then at that point in time is when you need to step up and get you some business.
Exactly. Exactly. And a business that brings home a paycheck. It's one thing if you have this dream, oh, I want to cook on TV, or I want to have my own website and bada. That's fine. But work at a restaurant and then you do that on your off time to build your brand until your brand can feed you. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? It's a way to do things. It is
Exactly.
absolutely a way
Because
to
you gotta crawl before you walk. You know what I'm saying? And you
exactly.
gotta walk before you run. And you gotta train before you do a marathon. It's not gonna happen overnight, but you can't just be like, I'm gonna sit here and wait to be discovered as a cooking phenomenon sitting on my couch. How they gonna know you can cook food if you not out there cooking food?
Exactly.
Right. I like that brings me back to that episode of the Cosby Show when Bill was talking to mentor them boys and he was like, well, what do you want to be in life? And the little boy said he wanted to do something and he was like, well, what are you doing to be that? Who are you shadowing? What are you doing to take steps to be what it is that you want to be? You have to have a plan to
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have a plan, then you plan to fail. You got to have a plan. Like I have a 7 to 8 month, almost a year plan for my makeup brand. So because I want it to be successful. Like you have to have that kind of mindset. Otherwise, what are you doing? You just walking around in the ether, just doing anything. And if y'all think that because I have this dream of owning my own makeup brand, that I'm finna quit my 9 to 5
Mm-mm.
and ain't sold one piece of lipstick, one eyeshadow, no nothing, you out your monkey mind.
And you know what I say? It's in my tagline on my emails. A plan without action is only a dream.
Come on, faith without works is dead. Come on.
Y'all gonna pass the collection plate around and send it on over to Kamisha. Pass the collection plate around for the building fund.
Yes. Write the vision and make it plain. Like it all goes back to like it doesn't I don't understand, but I feel like we are missing certain pieces. This boy has shown some now everybody is not all bad all the time.
Right.
So, you know, you have
But why not use these opportunities that have been afforded to you? You know what I'm saying? Because, okay, so oh boy, like Kenneth, he's been on Queen Sugar. When you was on Queen Sugar and promoting it and tagging them, I would have followed up with food tags. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or how about this? Oh, I might be an extra, but they got to have food on the set, right? Be like, let me bring my food to the set. Then you could have had the cast, bragging about your food, and you may be this, extra, but these other people have millions of followers or whatever. Like, why are you not working your jelly? Is what I'm saying. Like, you've been in the right rooms, but you didn't work the room.
Exactly.
Right.
This is my thing with that too, because just like you guys were saying, like Emmy was saying about her plan. Same with me with my brand. That stuff I have a long plan, even with the mentorship thing. All of that is a part of my brand. It takes time. If I'm in a certain, like I said, a certain room, I take advantage of it. If I forgot he was on that show, and that's actually sad because that was an opportunity that he could have took that opportunity and did something with it. Like you said, he could have brought food to the set, all kind of stuff. But I don't understand why he did not, because I don't know. It just seems like what happened there. It seems like he could have had that spark.
Maybe he was just sidetracked in the moment that, oh, I'm gonna be on TV. But my whole thing is even with the sales stuff that I do, I can go to a networking event hosted by somebody else, and my mission there is, okay, let me get 5 new contacts. I'm not gonna steal the spotlight from this person, but I'm gonna be working the room. You know what I'm saying? Oh, these people are gonna be here. Hey, I'm gonna call them up. You're gonna be at the such and such event. I'd like to have 5 minutes of your time because I need to work the room. So the same thing with him. His skill is different than mine. But if you are in the room, you could have said with your contract, like, hey, even for free, not even get paid. Like, hey, one day I want to make lunch for the cast to launch my cooking website, channel, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever. And I would like some feedback on what I present to y'all. Is that okay?
I think that'd been a great idea. I don't understand why he didn't do anything. What'd you say, Lee? I'm sorry.
That's because he ain't got the right people on his team. Every opportunity can like they say in order to be a millionaire, you gotta have like 5 to 7 streams of income, right? So most of us are working a 9 to 5, and then we do the reviews, we do this, we do that. I mean, me personally, I help people do resumes. You know what I'm saying? I help people look for jobs. I help them do different things, and I get a couple coins here and there. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have time to work on the other, 5. I'm probably working on 3 streams of income, and I still got, 2 to, 4 to go or whatever. But at the same time, I work every room that I'm in, every room that my name is dropped in, I'm working it. And I just don't think that he's in the mindset because he's in a comfortable place. When you're in a comfortable place, you don't work as hard.
But see, that's whose fault is that though? She left that. She had him comfortable. It seemed like you putting it all on him, but you let him be comfortable in that position, so he's gonna be chilling like that. You didn't make it seem like he needed to do a little more. You took care of him, and I'm not saying no shade. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't get mad later because all of a sudden you don't like the results of what you put yourself in. I know
right, and sometimes it's gradual. You know what I'm saying? Like I've met people that what I thought they had together, they life together, and then they see you being so strong and confident and having everything taken care of, and they start to deplete in their stuff because they get comfortable, they get complacent. They're like, oh, I ain't got to work as hard. Even like in a roommate situation, I've had females that they just work barely enough to pay their bills because if an emergency happens, they know I'm going to take care of it. So in a relationship, it's the same thing. It's like, hey, I'll do the bare minimum. Oh, she said I got to pay the electric bill. I'm going to go out and hustle enough to pay the electric bill. I personally like money too much. You know what I'm saying? So when I go out and hustle, I'm paying the rent, the electric bill, and I need my fun money because everybody know I put my tequila in the budget. It is in the budget.
Come on, in the budget.
Like it's a bill, like it's rent, like in order of everything, it's rent, car payment, insurance, groceries, tequila.
Mine will be beer at the end, but
listen, at this point, I'm too old for you have to add value. And my kids are very protective of me in this way because they saw me struggle with my husband and being the only person bringing money and covering the whole house and having to work ridiculous hours and a bunch of overtime to make sure that everybody got what they needed. Now my kids are very protective over any man that comes into my life because the first question, you got a job? What?
Right.
How much do you have to add value to my life or you can't be here?
100%.
You can't come into my life and you're not adding any value. You just adding more bills. That's not how.
No,
listen. This is I was keeping up with something. At this point of my life, you must bring value. You have to, otherwise, because I don't necessarily need you to be here. I got a job. I got my own place. I'm contemplating buying a car, but these gas prices be like, daughter, that might listen.
Lord
I Uber everywhere. I'm a platinum member. But you have to bring value. You can't downgrade me from where I'm already am. I got a good job and a rose. What are you adding?
I'm dead.
How you gonna add value to my life, beloved? That's all I want to know. How you gonna add value?
Add and multiply. Add and multiply.
Come on. Cause I am a multiplier. Anything that you give me, I'm going to multiply. Because that's who I am as a person.
Oh, I work.
So I have plenty of value, and I have plenty of blessings that are attached to me that come with being with me. So what do you don't pull it up to? Because men love to say this. What do you bring to beloved? What do you bring to the table? Because I have the table, I have the place settings. I'm even cooking the food. So what are you adding to this situation, beloved, to make this better?
And don't say the flowers because they die.
And I got that too. So now next.
You know, like I tell a person in a heartbeat, I am the table, the chairs, all that.
The thing of
Now,
it
if
is,
you tell me that you gonna
people
bring
think
some
that
cushion
you're
to my
not
chairs to make it easier on me when I sit down,
Amen.
then we can have a conversation.
No, but what I'm saying is some people actually do seriously think that it's just cute if they do this like that. And I'm not downing no woman before they might come in the chat or comment saying that she taking care of a man and all that. I understand love. I'm older.
Not the order of operation math equation.
I can't. I'm too old.
Right.
Here's the thing.
And listen, I as
I
your,
got
if
this.
we are in relation and I am your wife and we have made a commitment and a covenant towards each other, I have no issue covering you when you fall, because that's my job as
Right.
your wife,
Yes.
as the person you're in relation with. If you fall, it is my duty to catch you, pick you up, dust you off, so and help you get back on your feet so that we can put you right back into place. But what I'm not gonna do is come to you and I'm standing up and you laying down on the floor and have no wherewithal to try and get yourself up.
Right.
I'm not
Expect
doing
me to
that.
bust my ass to get you up off the floor.
Exactly. I'm not doing that.
Well, you know, we make more money than the men do right now.
But and that doesn't you don't have to make more money than me. I just make money.
I'm just saying. I'm saying.
I just need you. Listen. I just need you. Make it make my burden lighter. Don't place more on me.
Don't
We can
bring no
we can
bills.
always do it better together. Just don't make it hard on me.
Exactly.
Like, cause I'm the type of wife. If you make $100,000 and I make $100, we have $100,000. That's what we get. If I make $100,000 and you make $100, we still got. You know what I'm saying?
But
I need you to
situation
put
with all
equity
three
and
couples
contribute into the relationship.
because Shay is living off of Alfonso's dream life. Kenneth is living off Shorty's money,
But
and
I
I
thought
really
Shay
ain't.
has her own money though.
I don't know.
I thought we
No,
established
because her
last week.
website ain't even up. Alicia had brought that up last week, and I went and researched,
Ooh.
and I don't see any posts of any shops on her thing. But I did click on her link in her bio, and it says coming soon. But she has not mentioned any shops or anything like that. Now, the girl Tay Shireen, Alfonso went on a date with, does own a boutique. It used to be in the Sugarloaf Mills Mall in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Now it's like she's got like a storefront in like a little strip mall or whatever down the street. But I searched the ends of the internet and I could find nothing on Shay on owning any storefront anywhere.
Well, just because it ain't a website, that don't mean that she don't have it.
Well, I said she has a website. It's just not up. It says coming soon.
Okay, so she got a store.
She has a storefront. She has a brick and mortar, is what you're saying.
Well, Alicia says she had a brick and mortar. I haven't yet to find it. The website is not fully operational.
I'm gonna find it. Don't worry.
Does she have a store or what?
We're not gonna keep on saying that she living off this man's money. This nigga ain't.
I'm not saying she's living off his money. I said she's living off the lifestyle. And I'm not saying that has anything to do with money. I mean the connections that he has, the parties, the being around influential people. I'm not saying anything about the money. All I'm saying is, yes, I did go research her, and on her page, there is nothing about any previous shops. And when you click on the link in her bio, the website says coming soon. If she has a brick and mortar in Miami or Jacksonville or wherever, because they do not live in Atlanta, that is a rented house. That's why I say this whole show is fake, but whatever. If she has something, then I can't find it. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm just saying I can't find it.
Well, okay. We'll
and y'all know.
We don't know what we know Shay got an attitude. And she has. I told y'all that was a trauma trigger. The way
Yeah,
she acted at that restaurant was a trauma trigger from
yeah.
that boy, from accepting all that bullshit from that boy all
Yep.
this time.
Yep.
And
Ex-
it's like your man is doing XYZ and then it's thrown up in your face.
Exactly.
But
So
she,
Exactly.
all the women
but
she
she was
thought
acting.
he was with, all the women in his phone of the question text messages, all of everything that has been going on for these past 3 years came out in that moment.
Exactly. Exactly.
But
All I know is Otis is in trouble, and he better not
Hmm.
move too fast because that Charlie gonna ba 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 mink mink mink
I
mink
don't
that
understand
ass.
that whole point of him DMing the girl.
baby,
So what y'all got mutual friends? I click on any a number of pages and be like, oh, we got mutual friends. I don't go
right?
on and be like, oh, hey, I know you know so and so.
She was
That's
hot.
an icebreaker conversation to lead to some other bullshit.
It
Right.
did.
He was wrong for that to me. I think he was wrong.
Yes.
There's more behind that. I feel like, and the way she acted, I know she was a little aggressive. It's something we're missing. The way she had the finger and all these things and all in the face, give him a keys, I'm out of here. Like,
I suspect there might be some infidelity in their situation too.
Oh,
We
absolutely.
got to the one-on-one with Dr. Nicole yet.
mm-hmm.
Because she was like, "Oh, you lied to me. You're a monster." Now I like only thing I can say about Shane Alfonso, I can go back and date pictures from a couple years back on his page. The other two couples have nothing of each other previously anywhere, so I don't really know. But if oh Otis and Charlana are a real couple, I do suspect that he's either full on 100% had some infidelities, or it's been some questionable things in his phones or messages or something like that.
Well, she left. She said she done. Y'all think she really done, or y'all think?
No, because the show ain't over yet. We only on episode 5. So I what I feel like is that none of these couples, as we've said in every review we done, none of these couples need to be together. It's all
No.
toxic. It's all toxic. You need to throw in the white towel, call it quits, and do a little bit of self therapy, self healing, self love, and be better for the next person, because none of these people belong together. None of them do.
Oh yeah, she did call him a monster. I was like, damn.
Yes.
It seemed so incongruous with what the conversation was that it threw me off. When she was like, "You
But
are a monster."
we
Wait,
also
for
said,
texting somebody, you a monster? Wait a minute.
but we
I
also
thought I
we
thought I
also
thought you
saw
meant because he.
on the previous episode, like the whole go take a shower, where he tried to play it off like, oh well, she had came from working out, yoga, blah blah blah, which is why she threw the comment back in the last episode, go wash your hands, don't try to kiss me, yada yada, whatever. So I honestly believe if they are a true couple, based on what I've seen, and I've been down this rabbit hole before, there is some emotional abuse going on. Maybe it might take it up a notch. I'm just gonna say allegedly. But when she called, I believe there is some emotional shit going on between these two. And I do believe that there has been previous issues with the phone, the DMs, contacting other women. And I would almost be willing, I bet like a whole $5 that before this is over, I ain't gonna say I'm gonna bet my check because I love my check, but I'd be willing to bet a whole $5 that before this season is over, when they have their one-on-one with Dr. Nicole, some infidelity issues are going to come out.
It probably
I'm
will,
sure.
but and I'm not sure. They showed the ages, and then Charlie. Okay, who said this? Was it Abby? I might be. I don't want to quote her if she didn't say that, but the way she was coming at him in the beginning, I really did him like he was a bad guy. But I'm looking at her like she little, but she got a lot of power. She is.
Oh, she got some. She feisty.
But when she called a grown woman, she looks kind of young. You keep referencing like she's young. Why do you keep doing that? That was bothering me. To the date he had or whatever, talking about how she was young. Like, why does she keep referencing that? What is up with that? What do y'all think of that? I mean, what was the big deal because she had a young face?
Ooh,
I don't know. I feel like she was. I don't know why she did that. It seemed weird at the time.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like she was saying it as a put down to that little girl because she was trying to diminish her.
Right. She wanted to make herself feel better because and he wanted to make her feel better. So when he goes on this date, they're not coming back and being truthful. He was like, "Oh, she look young. She not all this. She running." He probably did tell her all them things so she wouldn't be stressed out. But then now you DMing the chick, so you're contradicting yourself.
Yeah, she did because, like I say, she wanted him to be the bad. Sometimes women would do this. They want the man to be the bad guy automatically to the audience. Oh, he's bad, and when you find out, well, you did that. Well, baby,
And then you find out later on she was bad
right.
or they both bad. And I honestly really think, like, I don't see out of any of the three couples, I don't really see anybody who needs to be together, anybody who needs to go further in this journey. Like, if I was Dr. Nicole, I'd have been like, I need to see all of y'all individually. Y'all need to break up. Yes, y'all love each other, but love don't hurt like this.
It don't, and it shouldn't. And if it
Struggle
does,
love,
then you're doing it
struggle
wrong.
Yeah,
love.
there you go. Struggle love. And we had a whole Twitter spaces on that. That struggle love narrative, I am no longer with. We have been promoted and injected, blindsided, ran over with this struggle love narrative for I don't know how many years. I ain't with it no more. I didn't cut it off. I'm in detox, rehab, or whatever from struggle love. I'm not messing with it no more. And I think that's what these couples are like. Well, if I hang in long enough, like Shay and Alfonso. Oh well, if I'm the last chick standing and put up with all this, when he tired of being out in the streets, I'm gonna be the most loyal and he'll pick me. And then
This is crazy.
with what's Shorty and Kenneth, you know what I'm saying? She could do better, but does she think that her inside attitude don't match the outside looks, and therefore she couldn't get a corporate American man? Like she could get them because she keep them. So you date lower because you can keep them.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
Don't break it down, Dr. Dina.
I'm
I
just
ain't gonna
saying,
say that.
you date, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, I'm this and I'm that, and I got all this money, but the men that are in my vicinity, they want XYZ, which I really don't feel like competing with. So I'm gonna date, a level down or two levels down because I'm the greatest thing that ever happened to them. I'll be put on a pedestal, I'll be, celebrated,
I got
and they not gonna go nowhere. So I'm gonna go with the low hanging fruit to satisfy my ego and my needs versus trying to get somebody who I'm equally yoked with and compete with the video vixens and the young boppers or whatever. And as far as and that's just in their situation. Now, as far as Otis and Shalana, I haven't really delved into what's going on there, but I really don't feel like they're a real couple. So maybe that's why I haven't given it so much energy. But just the fact that she I don't know. Something just seems off with the whole thing for me. But like I said, if they're a real couple, there's a lot of emotional trauma going on in that whole situation. And he could have messed with her brain and her emotions for so long, she feels like she doesn't deserve better. And she's, stuck in that black hole and, is going to take her waking up on her own to figure that out. But that's my thing on the three couples.
Well, Lee, what you
Mm.
gonna say? You see, you feel different, didn't you? I might be wrong. Presume. I thought you felt differently. I thought you were gonna say,
For me,
yeah.
I do. I mean, as for Shay and what's his name, Fonzo, um, she admitted that she was happy when she wasn't with him when they was on that little 2 month break or whatever. I think that she's just comfortable in this toxic ass situation, and she don't want to leave because this is all that she knows, and she's fearful of the unknown. I think that she can actually, I think she can actually date a corporate man and have a successful relationship because I'm not saying that all corporate men is like this, but most corporate men they looking for a wife, they ain't looking to drag her through 50 shades of ghetto.
Well,
So I think that um she's just comfortable with this situation that she's with Fonso with right now. As for what's their name? Charlana and Otis. I'm gonna have to agree with my mama because I don't know if they ain't they ain't really dating or this was just a casting call and they actually what you call it are they actually together? I don't know, but I don't. It's just something off. But it gives me a sense that they just started their relationship on the wrong path because she was just like, oh, you was DMing her like this ain't the first time that has happened. Now, as for Kenny and Shorty, that's just as I like to say, that's just ghetto. It's just
Yeah, real ghetto.
It's just ghetto. And now I understand that when they go in front of Dr. Nicole and they are supposed to say their truth, she ain't have to say the truth like that. Like she could have waited until they was in the one-on-one and then said it. And then y'all already said it earlier, whatever they non-verbal agreement was when they first started it. When she did say, I don't think that this was a verbal agreement because she did say that he portrayed himself a certain way. And then after I've kind of already fallen for him, the stuff wasn't math, and that's pretty much what I gathered from it. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about all of them, all of the couples. Now my least favorite is Farnsworth, Bentley, and Shay. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big
Not
fan.
not
Farnsworth,
Bosworth
Bentley.
Bentley.
I wasn't ready.
Fix it, Holy Ghost.
But
I'm not.
and I really think that he was amped to come on the show because when you've been in the shadows of Rick Ross for so long, I really think he wants to make his own mark. And honestly, they didn't say, but there are pictures posted on his page of him and Delicious. And I believe Delicious is the woman that made the post calling him the love of her life.
After she just married that man from the exonerated five.
Yeah.
Are you serious, Dina?
Yeah, if you go on his page, there he has several. Not I don't want to say several. There's 2 or 3 pictures of him and Delicious, and there's one like way before the 3-year period where he got with Shay, and then there's one after. And she's saying like, "Where's my alimony?" or something to that effect, or whatever. And so I do feel like um it's one of those, you know how kind of like on the other show they meet the exes and Joy was cool with her ex or whatever, Tina was cool with her ex, and they've been friends for umpteen years. I think that he has a cool relationship with Delicious, and I think that that bothers Shay. Like I said, they may be the only real couple because I can go back at least 2 years and see pictures of them together. But at the same time, he has posted multiple pictures of Delicious, and I think that's what upsets her.
Yeah, but that's just the insecurity thing that she got. She has, but it is what it is. I don't think that Otis and Charlana is a real couple, and I think that they paid Kenny to be there because every time this nigga go live, he in Louisiana. That ain't where Shorty live.
Right, but I mean they're done taping now.
And he talking about some.
But
He talking about some. Oh, I'm working on a project. But every time you go live, you putting some undercooked chicken and you playing basketball with your 15,000 cousins.
Oh my God.
But them hamburgers was a hot mess.
But
Yeah,
that girl
them onion burgers.
Y'all seen the girl, the black girl, talking about I discovered talent. Some girl was sitting there singing. I was like, who is that? That was recently.
Right, but then when somebody was like, "What's Shorty's IG?" and he's like, "Oh, that's my woman. You don't need to worry about what her IG is." blase, blase, whatever. But like I said, none of the like Shane and Alonzo, they live in like Miami or Jacksonville. Every picture that they've ever posted has a tag of Miami or Jacksonville until this show started. So they don't even live in Atlanta. So this casting call for Atlanta singles or whatever is bullshit. And then yeah, Shorty Mac may be, you know, Atlanta radio personality. And I've never heard of her the whole 6 or 7 years total that I lived in Atlanta, but whatever. And then you got him, like Alicia said, with, you know, him being in New Orleans all the time. Now maybe he's back working on Queen Sugar or something. I don't know. But I'm just saying that he be at his grandma's house more than he be at Shorty house.
Okay.
I mean, go ahead, baby. I'm gonna say he might be in character, but go ahead, Lee.
And then this is the next thing. So I mean, I'm not saying that I'm crazy or anything, but I know what a Florida license plate looked like when they was driving out of the parking lot after she had her little temper tantrum in the hibachi restaurant. They got in their little matte black Mercedes and it had a Florida license plate. Now I don't try to blur it out, but I know that there's a big ass orange in the middle of a Florida license plate. And there was a big ass orange, and I know I couldn't get the letters and numbers, but I know that was an orange, and I know what a Florida license plate looked like.
And Georgia mandates that when you move to the state of Georgia within 45 days, you must surrender your driver's license and tags from the previous state.
So that house is rented now. I mean, but me and Simone already said some of them houses be Airbnbs on y'all on Oprah Winfrey little network or whatever. So
Crystal Lynette said it. I don't know what radio station she on because it ain't 93.5 or 95.5, whatever Jock Live be on. It ain't she ain't on the #1 black radio station. I guarantee you that.
She ain't on 94.5 the streets. I mean, maybe she a part of the street squad. So maybe
I was gonna ask you if you know her.
Yes, maybe she part of the street squad or something like that. But 107, what is it? 105.7. She not on there because that's what's his name? Tom Joyner? No, not Tom Joyner. What's his name? Not Ricky Smiley. What's his name? It ain't not Frank Ski. I'm trying to think of his name.
No, I hear Ricky Smiley ain't back in Dallas. I remember when he was. I'm sorry, I ain't even go trip. I love
Steve. It ain't Steve Harvey, but whatever show it is, she ain't on there. So it ain't like she on with Frank Ski and Nina Brown, or she on with Steve Harvey and in them. So she might be a part of the street squad or something of that nature. But I mean, unless she on the radio from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. when we all sleep.
Right. Okay, look, we got Hot 107.9, V 103, Magic 107.5, 97.5. Classics 102.9, Kiss 104.1, Streets 94.5, OG 97.9. And if you want to get gospel, you can get on the Praise channel at 102.5. I ain't never heard her on none of them channels.
Well, she got to have some on the internet attached to the Lord have mercy, everybody just straight up.
Now y'all know I do my research. Y'all know I do my research.
This whole spirit of me being good and everybody being bad today doesn't sit well with me. It's normally me causing the ruckus. It just seemed like this entire Saturday, I've been being good and everybody just being just bad.
Yeah, it don't say if she was a real radio personality, as she says, it would say what station she worked for. It just say radio and national TV personality. Where is the radio station that you work for, girl?
Where's the link? Because normally with something like that, if you look up something like that, it'll have her name or like a picture for that station.
No, I'm looking at her IG right now. She just came. I'm looking at her IG right now, and her IG says radio and national TV personality. However, it don't say what radio station. And like if you look at Jock, he's 94.5 or 105.7. Like I think that's Frank Ski. But it will tell, like if you go to Frank Ski's website, like his IG.
Hold on. Breaking news.
Uh-oh.
It said, now this was 2019, so it's kind of cold tea, but it says X 107.9 jock Shorty Mac filed sexual harassment lawsuit on now fired um Fayleigh Abraham.
Oh
So
wow.
apparently at one time she was on 107.9.
All right.
Well, there we have it. There's
But
the
that was back in
we should
2019.
have it all.
What radio station are you on today?
Probably none because you done filed an SA charge against somebody and you done got blackballed.
Father God, in the name of Jesus.
Y'all know I don't play with my research now.
Well,
You
I mean,
do
that's
not.
probably, unfortunately, probably what happened. She probably did get blackballed, and she got the show going and getting into. Just like what Ebby was saying earlier, and she made a really good point when she said if Kenneth was doing something like I'm a social media, because we all know we're grinding. Myself, all of us are grinding with our brand. If you were doing something like that, to me that would be so much like, okay, yeah, I get it. It takes time, blah blah. If you saw the video with the burgers, Zena didn't look they had a cow about that. I said, what's going on with the burgers? Because
I don't, and somebody listen.
First of all, they look great, and then second of all, if you're gonna claim to be a chef or a cook, and I cook at home, I'm a cook at home. You don't slice your onions like that. For it just looked like you just broke the onion up in all kind of pieces. The burgers look great. I don't even know if that meat had expired or what. But and then you had random hot dogs, bratwurst, Vienna sausages, whatever you had on the
Oh
side.
my God. Right now, in the name of Jesus.
there was something in the middle that I cooked.
Blessed God, as only you know how.
Look, I know
Daughter
I
says
put
the
a picture
burgers
in the
was
chat.
gray, the onions were mixed up, Jesus. Fix it,
What
God.
happened?
I cannot.
It did look like
I
the
just can't.
meat was.
I don't even know.
What is? I missed it. What happened?
You said the
I'm
meat
really
was
gonna go to the
expired.
store and buy some Vienna sausages and see how they look on the grill.
Right. I'm just saying.
Not Vienna sausage, God. Oh my God.
It was a
I'm
pile of
going to buy me some Vienna sausages.
my
It
I'm
was
gonna
God.
wait
a
till it's
look,
$1.29.
Abby, listen to me. So on this side of the grill, he had like 8
Wait, Dina,
hamburgers
wait,
that was
Dina,
misshaped with
Dina, before you
raggedy ass onions on top of them. And
you
then
gotta
on the
tell the
other
side
side of the grill,
it was
he
about this
had like
side
a whole bunch of different hot dogs,
on the grill.
sausages, and whatever that he just threw on there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, okay, player. You know what I'm saying? Like before you grill and post it, like it's one thing to be, cooking for the homies or whatever. But before you grill and post it, it needs to look aesthetically pleasing. And it did not look aesthetically pleasing. Like if somebody posted that video and had invited me to the barbecue, I'd have went to Shane's Rib Shack and been like, I'm good.
I bring a plate.
Oh my God.
I would not have been showing up.
I wouldn't have came.
I mean, now they might have had some dominoes. I'd be through there later when the sun go down. But based on the food, I would not have shown up.
Well, first of all, I don't eat food. I don't do that outside eating. Even if I go to a cookout, I'm going to get my plate and then I'm going to go back into the air conditioning because who the fuck is eating outside? It's hot and I'm fat and I don't do that. So,
you could take it in Texas then.
I would never listen. Let me be very clear. I don't trust people I don't trust a lot of people when they cooking.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta walk through. Let me peep your kitchen. If you got too many animals and the animals like to jump on the counters, I'm not hungry.
Jump on the counters.
Listen.
Jumping on counters. That's white shit.
Listen, cats, dogs, crickets, mice. I don't know what you got in your house.
Right.
None of it. I don't want none of it. So I'm not doing. Listen, sir. Thank you so much. First of all, why is your burgers miscolored? That's the beginning and end of it for me. Why it look like that, sir?
And then why you got them raggedy ass onions on top of there? Like it's not
why
even.
You don't have a little pan with some butter on the grill with the onions inside of it?
Yes.
Be sauteed, sir. What are you doing with your? No, I don't.
Like these was chunks of onions. Like It was like, when you cut the onion and you get that little funny looking circle at the end, you know what I'm saying? After you done sliced it perfectly and you down to the very, it was like he had little chunks of onions on top of these misshaped burgers that was great.
Very ghetto.
I don't want any of those things that you just mentioned. I can't. No, sir. Why
No,
would you?
and I'm spoiled because my daddy can throw down on the grill, my man can throw down on the grill, and I can throw down on the grill. So I'm spoiled. So when I
Listen,
look at Kamisha channel, I be salivating, I be drooling on the
I
side
don't even
like,
go
damn.
over to Kamisha's grilling channel because
Yeah.
my thighs gain 5 pounds every time I be looking at the food. So here's what I'm not gonna do. Not gonna be wide as all outdoors because I played around with Kamisha on the damn grill. I'm not gonna do
I
it.
be thinking to myself, Kamisha only 5 hours away. I wonder if she'll make me a plate.
But the grilling of the meat takes off the fat. Y'all don't realize that it actually makes the food healthier and smoky and good and all those things. Ooh.
We know, but I'm fat, so everything makes me fat, whether you done grill the fat off of it or not, daughter.
Well, look, I don't give a
That's not
damn
how my
about being
metabolism
fat because
works.
what Cat Williams say, either
We
you
can
was
think it's
big
real, not
and you
fried.
got small, or you was small and you got big. But
Or
let
you
me
was
tell you
big
this:
and you've
ain't
always been
nobody
big,
telling me
so
no.
it just is what. Listen,
Oh
Ain't
boy.
nobody
this ain't
telling me
never,
no.
this ain't
Okay,
never
okay.
stopped no
Now,
nigga from running up on me. So listen, let me be.
okay. Everybody,
Okay,
everybody.
this is over. We're done.
Hold on, wait a minute. Now, hold on, y'all. Sheila is live right now. She's about to interview
With
Ron.
Ron.
And I need
Oh yes, we gonna
Oh
go over
I need
Lord.
there.
everybody to go.
Listen,
We're gonna rate her
they better
live
not be
right
live
now.
for 27
Everybody,
hours.
everybody.
Let's
I need
talk with
everybody.
Sheila and Jordan J is live.
I need everybody to go over to live right now. Let's go support her, please. The first interview, and Ron probably gonna talk a lot and spill a lot. And let's go.
All
Okay,
right.
that's it.
Bye,
All
y'all.
right,
All right, y'all
bye.
go over to Sheila's house. Tell her I said hey.
Okay. Hey.
No.